Hello and welcome back to my channel and a happy new year. So I thought my first video for 2023, which is the start of my third year doing videos on YouTube, I thought I would do my top 10 most anticipated movies for this year. So first off, I'm going to do a shout out for a few. I'm going to do 5 shout outs that didn't quite make the list. I am, and you might be surprised with some of these. Seems I'm a bit of a horror fan, and one of these is a horror that's going to be on you. But Guardians of the Galaxy chapter 3 or part 3 is in my shout outs list, because there is another Marvel movie that I do anticipate a little bit more than this movie. Equalizer 3, so Denzel Washington supposedly coming back for the third movie. The first two are brilliant movies, so yeah, really looking forward to another one of them. 65 with Adam Driver. I'm a big dinosaur fan when I was a kid and all that, and I love monster movies, so that them two in a movie together, I can't wait to see that either. Creed 3, so it's the third one in the Creed franchise and all that, which looks pretty good from the trailer and that. So yeah, I can't wait for that. And the last one is Scream 6. Wasn't the biggest fan of... I wasn't the biggest fan of Scream 5. I wasn't. It was okay. You kind of knew who the killers were in it, so when the surprise or the reveal came at the end, yeah, it was a bit disappointing and all that overall. So hopefully this one in New York is a different setting and that. They brought back Kirby from part 4 as well. I'm expecting some pretty good things from this movie. It is. So they are my shout outs that didn't quite make it. So we will go into my top 10. And the first one, some people might be like not that excited for this film. But I like the first one, and I've read all the books as well by Steve Alton. So it is The Meg 2. So yeah, The Meg 2, The Trench. So I've read the books. I really enjoyed Meg. The Trench is the best book in the series, in my opinion. It is, and probably a lot of people will probably say that as well. And I did enjoy the first movie. I think the first half was better than the second half. So I am interested to see what they do with it. And like I said in my shout out, I'm a sucker for creature movies. So yeah, I think most of the major cast are coming back. Jason Statham, etc. I think they're all coming back for this one, and I don't know so much about the minor roles, but yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. And number 9 is going to be, and this is probably on everyone's top 10, John Wick Chapter 4. So what can you say about the John Wick movies? They are very good entertainment movies and are great martial arts, great action, and yeah, it's really put Keanu Reeves back in the spotlight again. It has. So yeah, the last movie kind of ended a bit, I would say on a sour note. I wouldn't say a sour note, but it weren't the best ending to the last movie. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do in this movie as well. So number 8, I doubt this will be on many people's anticipated things, but I've seen a few things with, like, say, Nicolas Cage is starring in this, and Nicholas Hoult as well, who's a really good actor as well, who is playing the title character for this. But it is Renfield. So this is about Dracula's assistant, or his thing, and what he would be like if he didn't serve the Dark Lord anymore, what his life would be like. So I heard it's a bit of a comedy horror, so I love horror, I love comedy, mixing them together. Hopefully it's a really good film, because Nicolas Cage has come back a little bit lately over the last few years and all, over a few movies. So yeah, we'll wait for the trailer, but that is on my top 10 of what I want to see right now. The trailer might change my mind, to be honest. Might not look that good, but yeah, I can't wait for that. Number 7 is another one that's going to be on everyone's list, especially if you're fans of the first 4 movies. Maybe not so much the 4th one, but the first 3. And that is Indiana Jones Part 4. So part 5, sorry. Not Part 4. which is called, oh, I got it here, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So, what can you say? It's probably his last outing as Indiana Jones. So Steven Spielberg's back. Oh no, not Steven Spielberg's not back to do this. It is, top of my head, I can't remember who's directing this movie and all that. But I want to say Mangold, but I'm not too sure on that, to be honest. It ain't. But yeah, Phoebe. Something Phoebe Waller, is it, from Fleabag and stuff like that. She was in Solo as well, as one of the voices of the robot in that as well. She's in this as well. A few others. Mad Mikkelsen, I think, is one of the villains. It is. So yeah, it looks cracking cast. So hopefully it's a lot better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because I rewatched that last year, and yeah, I can handle it up to a certain point, but the minute Shia LaBeouf's character Mutt starts swinging with the monkeys, that movie totally went for me then. It did. So yeah, that's another one. So that's number 7 in my anticipated list. So technically my only Marvel movie in this one is, which beat out Guardians of the Galaxy number 3, which you can kind of guess, is AntMan and the Wasp: Quantumania. I saw the trailer for this and this looks absolutely fantastic. It looks absolutely amazing, and yeah, I can't wait to see Kang the Conqueror on screen and showing his thing, because the actor they got playing him, it does a brilliant job, and there's few things you've seen him in. You saw him in Loki and that, so I can't wait to see him in this movie. Number 5 is Dune Part 2. So anything Denis Villeneuve, how you say his last name, I butcher names on his channel. I do. I'm instantly there. He's one of the top directors for me, who I want to see everything they bring out and all that. And I did really enjoy Part 1 of Doom. So I really can't wait for Part 2 and see what they do and expand. I watched the original by David Fincher, and unfortunately tried to condense too much into one movie, which doesn't work. You have to spread that source material out a few movies and all that. So I don't know whether they're going to cram it all into this movie, or there is going to be a Part 3 as well, but we will find out. Number 4 is the only animated film on my list, but after the first one was such a huge critical hit, and I love the character so much in that, it is Spider-Man Across the Multiverse. So I loved the last movie. I loved the art, the design and all that for it. The animation and the voice actors were perfect for the role as well. So most of them think, and you're getting even more Spider-Man in this one. So what's not to love if you're a Spider-Man fan or a comic book fan? Yeah, it's definitely up there as my most anticipated animated movie. Probably my most anticipated it's my most anticipated comic book movie as well of the year. It is. So yeah, I definitely can't wait for that. Number 3 is the only horror I've got on my list, to be honest. Surprisingly, being a horror, well, second horror, sorry, from in Renfield. But being a horror fan and all that, I think I'd add more on you. But there's not many horror films coming out that I'm that interested in this year and all that. But the next one for me is Evil Dead Rise. So the story takes place in a high-rise building. Evil Dead, Deadites and all that. What's not to love and all that. And I honestly say the Evil Dead series in a whole, the franchise, is probably the most consistently high-rated score for me as movies. There's none under 4 out of 5. They're all 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 movies. And yeah, this one looks like it's going to be a gory movie like the last one. So I cannot wait. So we're on to the last 2 now. And to me, I think these 2 are going to be the best movies of the year, in my opinion. It is. And the first one is Christopher Nolan's new movie, Oppenheimer. I love Chris Nolan's movie. He's the same as Denis Villeneuve and all that. That wherever comes out, I'm going to go and see it. I think he's a brilliant director and all, and his movies are spectacular, especially up on the big screen. And this one, after watching the trailer, looks absolutely phenomenal, to be honest. I think it's going to be up there as a contender probably for the next Oscars. I don't think it's going to qualify for this year's one. But yeah, it's definitely up there. The actors in it as well and all. I think I got it be these are just the main ones. Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh as well, supposedly in this. And I'm pretty sure there's way more actors in this as well. But yeah, story of the atomic bomb, if I'm not mistaken, and that. So yeah, it looks absolutely amazing, and definitely cannot wait for that one. And my most anticipated movie and I think this will be the movie to beat all year round, because the last one was phenomenal as well, is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. So all the main hitters are back in this movie. Tom Cruise, Rebecca Ferguson, Simon Pegg, etc. They're all back in here. The trailer looks absolutely mad, because Tom Cruise seems to be mad with all his stunts and all that he wants to do. It is, and I've got no doubt that this movie's going to be epic, just like Fallout was. Fallout is still one of my favourite movies. That came out a few years ago now, if I'm not mistaken, but that was a brilliant movie. And yeah, the Mission Impossible movies are consistently good, especially the last 3 or 4 have been absolutely brilliant. And yeah, this one I definitely cannot wait to see. So that's my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. Tell me in the comments what your top 10 are. If you don't want to do 10, what your top 5 is, or what is your most anticipated movie. I like to hear other people's opinions. There is a lot of new films. Some I probably haven't noticed are coming out. But I'm sure my list will change after I've seen some of the trailers of some of the newer ones that haven't had trailers out yet. But yeah, they are my top 10, and I can't wait to go back to the cinema. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Like I said, leave me a comment down below about your most anticipated movies. And if you'd like to see more videos, I guess, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye.